Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Divine Libra Wisdom. I'm back again with the weekly check-in readings for the signs of Libra, Cancer, and Taurus. This time I'm going to start with Libra, as you can see. But before I get started, I'm going to get all my little disclaimers and things out of the way before I start. So if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing so that way you know when I drop new videos. If you're returning to the channel, thank you so much, and I appreciate you subscribing. But if you just, came back across my channel and you haven't subscribed, definitely consider doing so, so you can also be up to date with when I drop new videos. And I just dropped a new video, actually. It's a pick-a-pile, and it's what is your subconscious trying to tell you. So definitely go check that out after you leave from these videos. Yeah, and as you listen along, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things. And yeah, just go from there. And the decks that I'm using will be in the description box below. If you want to book a personal reading with me because you like the way I read, you can definitely find that information down in the description box below. And what else? Try to keep the noise to a minimum. I have my dryer going, the washing machine going, so you may hear that in the background. I don't know. Turn that lamp on to brighten it up a little bit more. And my cousin's dog is kind of hanging out in here in my room, so you may occasionally hear his grumbles and sounds and stuff like that. So just rock with it. Hopefully it is not too noisy. I don't expect it to be. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If I forgot to mention something, then it's likely that you can find that information down in the comment section, or not comment section, I'm sorry, in the description box. All right, so switching it up a little bit again for these readings. I just have one oracle card here, and then we're going to look at some tarot first, and then we will get your oracle card message and the affirmations card over here, just to kind of just kind of get it spread out how I like it when I do it this way. But yeah, I just wanted to do it a little differently. Okay. Also, with the Moonology cards, I just really felt compelled to, or not compelled, but compelled to be kind of in the moon energy. I feel like it's been very potent these last few moons phases, cycles, whatever you want to call them. And so I really wanted to kind of tap into moon energy for these weekly check-in readings. Okay, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and look a little bit more at these cards, just kind of get a sense of what's going on with Libras. Checking in with you all. So let's see if any channeled messages come through for you all. Here, oh, okay. Libras, going into this week, you may find yourself needing to be strong about something, or maybe having to try to keep your light wits about you. That could especially be the case since we are going into, I think today is the start of Mercury retrograde, so things could be happening that could possibly get under your skin. So you're gonna need to make sure that you know, you are not allowing things to get to you. Okay, so just try to remain calm. And I know for myself, um, when things start acting up, like electronics, um, pens won't write, or like, you know, communication is very slow, um, and my mind is going faster than my mouth can speak, it can really frustrate me and get under my skin. So this week, Libras, try your best to um, be calm. Try not to rush. Try to, you know, make sure that you are checking and double checking the things that you write, the things that you say, you know, because being air signs, we can be very direct and blunt, and sometimes it can come off kind of harsh. So just, you know, yeah, just try to make sure you kind of keep certain things in mind, if that makes sense, because we got a lot of we got some fire out here. So Libras could be operating from their sister sign or twin sign energy, which is Aries. So yeah, let's, you know, try to, again, keep your wits about you, but also just kind of, you know, make sure that you are keeping calm, keeping balanced. Okay, try to be in that balanced energy. Okay. All right, so first card we have out for tarot is Page of Fire, and this is outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. It says news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. So with that, at the start of the week, you know, there may be some things that, you know, come up, some opportunities that come up, but because because we are going into a Mercury retrograde, or rather we are in a Mercury retrograde, because you want to move so quickly, you're very, you know, ambitious, passionate. I get those words are coming to mind, because you know, you're ready to go. You know, you could expect some, or you could experience some delays, and it's kind of like, oh my God, like like, you know, it can kind of it can frustrate you. So again, just, you know, as much as you're passionate, as much as you're raring to go, just try to be calm a little bit more. Try to be more in your Libra energy, as opposed to switching opposites, you know, your opposite to the opposite twin sign or sister sign of Aries, because Aries is very passionate. Aries is very like direct, ready to go, you know, kind of down for whatever, almost blunt to a point of being too direct in their approach, and sometimes they have to rein themselves in and be more cognizant of how they're speaking, because just like Libra, our words can cut, being an air sign, but we do so in a bit more of a balanced manner, whereas Aries is like, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna say what I gotta say and go on, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. So, but I feel like because fire is coming out in your reading, Libras, you're very much in that energy, like not taking any shit, cutthroat, like I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and it's gonna be that, which is nothing wrong with that, but also, again, you know, just try to remember your balance, you know, remember to keep calm, and, you know, that it's nothing wrong with being direct. It's just, you know, how you say things. Just be mindful of that, how you write things, being kind of, you know, comfortable, being more, you know, aware of how you're writing your emails, because again, Mercury retrograde. Okay, but yeah, there could be like some new and exciting things that you learn about, a new endeavor that you embark on, things that, you know, you want to do, and those opportunities come to fruition, or they come to the light for you, and, you know, you're so excited, but just be sure that, you know, you double check plans, especially if you're getting ready to travel or plan to travel. Make sure you have everything in order. Make confirmations. Make sure you don't have any like delays or cancellations, especially with what's going on with the airlines right now. Wherever you're going, you could experience some delays. So just make sure that you're checking things and double checking even. Okay, so by midweek you have the Two of Fire, and it says you come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So that's what the card looks like there. So with it being partnerships, you may be getting with or collaborating with people on certain projects, new creative endeavors, like was mentioned over here. Well, endeavors, it didn't say creativity, but well, it says it up top. But yeah, I think the endeavors that you may be working on, Libra, is something that's super creative, super like up your alley when it comes to like beauty, as the aesthetics of that. Yeah, because Libras Libras are all about the aesthetics, the beauty of things, or beautifying things in their environment. So yeah, that could be something that you're doing. Also maybe you're beautifying your environment that you live in, updating your room, getting new comforter sheet, comforter sets, pillows, new items around the house, replacing old items, which could also be a part of Mercury retrograde, of renewing your space, renewing, replenishing, that type of thing. All those words. Okay, by the end of the week you have strength, and I mentioned being being strong, not allowing setbacks or like frustrations to kind of get you off center or off balance. So you have strength out here, and it's Archangel Ariel, and it says great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. Yeah, so and that's how the card looks right there. But yeah, just try to remember that everyone is, for the most part, everyone is trying to do their best. And frustrations can be a bit more heightened because we are in a Mercury retrograde. So just be mindful of, not taking things too personally, especially if there's, people kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? If they, if it's a person that doesn't usually, make you frustrated, it could be that they may be having a bad week, a bad day, whatever the case may be. They may be dealing with some things. And so communication is very strong in this reading, I feel. So just try to be mindful of, everyone else and what, the current stuff that we're dealing with within this country, as well as, what we could potentially be dealing with in our own personal lives, so just try to keep that in mind and not take too many things personally. But, if something, comes up or pops up where, you may need to defend yourself, advocate for yourself, then, do so. But again, just remember that balance. Remember to, what am I trying to say? Just remember who you are, and just don't let anyone take you out of character, if that makes sense. All right, so let's get this and that. Okay, so we have, for our Moonology card, we have a time to give rather than take, and it says New Moon in Virgo. Really pretty card. But yeah, that's what it says. A time to give rather than take, New Moon in Virgo. So yeah, this week, frustrations aside, you may be called to kind of lead on certain things, especially with the fire being out here. You may be called to kind of lead or initiate certain things. But again, I still get the sense of like frustration dealing with certain things. And, you know, you may want to, you may want to be like, I'm throwing the towel. I'm sick of this stuff, you know, but don't do that. Again, just try to approach things in a fair, balanced way, and just realize that, you know, any type of miscommunication, any type of errors, delays, you know, it'll all pass. You know, it won't last. So just try to remember that. And then you have the affirmation card here. My life is beautiful. Again, my life is beautiful. Okay. I know it's kind of backwards on the screen, but yeah, that's what it says. My life is beautiful. So kind of easy peasy, quicker than my normal readings, only because I have something that I have to do in like an hour or so. So I wanted to get these out and get them uploaded in time, but I also have some things to do today, as well as getting my clothes washed and getting prepared for you know, this week coming up. So yeah, because it's gonna be kind of a fast week anyway. So yeah, but with all that being said, let me not start yapping. But Libras, I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, let me know down in the comment section by, you know, leaving a comment. Let me know how it resonated, if you feel comfortable sharing. If not, you can leave a cute emoji down there. It'll let me know that you're still, you know, you're rocking with me, and you enjoyed the reading. Like the video, share the video with friends if you know that they have Libra placements, or they are Libra sun or whatever, or if they just simply enjoy tarot and oracle card readings. I know sometimes it may not necessarily have anything to do with me, the reading, but I just like to read or listen to the person read the cards and see, you know, what their intuition, you know, picks up. So yeah, and subscribe. That way you know when I drop new videos, and eventually I may do some lives over here. It just depends on my time that I have to do so, but I really wanted to get these videos uploaded today, which I will. I will be doing that. But anyway, let me stop yapping. Like I said, that was your reading for the week of what is this week of? This is the week of November 10th. Okay, sorry I didn't mention that before, but yeah, this is, matter of fact, let me make myself a note on here so I don't forget what this week is. Week of November 10th. Okay, yeah, but any other information you need, it'll be down in the description box. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good week. Bye, Libras, and see you next week.